Hi guys.
Yeah, Renu is a diet expert who used to be in California, Frisco, and Texas, and now she's based in Delhi. So she's going to be talking about the good diets in the pandemic times to make sure that you're healthy. Welcome, Renu, and thanks
Thank
for joining.
One very important part we see, Ravi and I know in the hospitals when we're treating, apart from the drugs, is the nutrition of the patients. Right, I'm talking about the COVID positive patient. Nutrition is vital, and we also know that the main people, the people who suffer mainly from the COVID infection, are people who are very low in immunity. They know, right? So we need a message from you about what do people do to increase the immunity. What are the kind of foods you would advise? What's the kind of fruits or vegetables or drinks that you would like to tell people to have?
I've just been listening to other eminent speakers, and I will completely agree that first of all, you really need to calm down. Truly speaking,
Right.
till the infection reaches you and all, you don't have to really start fighting it. Of course, you have to really up your nutritive game, all right. Supposing, um, I'm really hoping and praying everybody is safe, and thereon was how to stay away from any challenge, any more challenges, especially in the terms of COVID-19. I'll say that we are working from home. The scenario has changed, but the hunger pangs, the frequency with which they are coming up has really gone up. Isn't it so ironical? Would have been so nice if under the stressful period, maybe at least the appetite would have come down for most of us. Believe me, that's the case. So what can we do about it? Should we just fret and fume about it, or should we try and preempt and pre-prepare for it? You'd be surprised if I say that one of the things is that you prepare the stuff that you're going to eat at home. You will say, seriously, in times like this where the workload has increased so much, you want us to now start preparing the for those hunger pangs as well. I'm not saying that you pull out your woks and start frying those nice savories, those gourmet savories. All that I'm saying is, be aware you're going to be hungry more often. Sometimes a solution as simple as this, that you break your main meal into two. Bring the pachadi, any kind of chutney or a raita, bring it maybe slightly an hour before the meal, and have it with carrot sticks, cucumber sticks, your celery sticks. uh, Keep the rasam and your pachi pulusu, keep these sort of things ready, and you'll say, oh, my hunger pangs are way more intense than just to be taken care of by these stews. Okay, then keep also ready a medley of seeds, like your sunflower seeds, your pumpkin seeds, chia seeds. They all make a difference. Something like cold soup, gazpacho, keep it ready. Most of the cases in my US stay, I saw that we people had a second fridge. Even if you don't have a second one, you have, people have a small deep freezer. Just prepare some gazpacho and put it there. All you have to do is throw in some raw vegetables like bell peppers, and why not maybe a serrano to bring the andhra flavor home, some cucumbers and basil leaves, and put them together and just run it in this thing. Amazing thing that I'm telling you, the amazing role of these particular snacks, so to say, which I'm referring to you. They are the truckloads of antioxidants and the micronutrients, the trace elements that we are going to need to boost our immunity. Something as simple as your parugu. Think flavored yogurt, how popular it is in USA, and how people sometimes even they replace main meals, with this. How about our homemade set curds, and just throw in some veggies maybe, or just simple pachadi, and voila, you have a snack ready. I'm not talking about, if I tell people that okay, have a fruit, they say no, we want something, oh, feel like eating something savory. So yeah, pachadi is something which should always be these days in your fridge and the second fridge. Having said it, I always say, never ever lose sight of the essentials. Whatever else you're eating, not eating, you have time, you don't have time, uh, do replenish your body every day with vitamin C. This is a no-brainer. Vitamin C being water soluble, the excess amount that we ingest, it gets excreted out. So, which means that every 24 hours we have to replenish our vitamin C. Uh,
Right.
levels in the body. And then, something simple, very, very simple, like kachi haldi, you would be getting in all stores, those that, and the basil, though the basil leaves that we get in USA is different from what we get in India, but believe me, it plays the same role. It is the same family. And I have lemon. I've seen those lemons as big as Mosambis and all. Go ahead and have those things. These are the things, the curds. Curds are natural probiotics. You truly need to convey to your system in your own ways, all is well.
So we all know diets are very, very important, right? Even during normal times, but more so in these times of COVID, because you're at home, there are very limited foods available. Sometimes, like Ravi said, people waiting from morning, running out of stuff. What do you think people should do in this time? What are the basic essentials they should get?
Yeah, I think Ravi has already taken away my message. I would really want to say, don't get anxious.
Right.
Now, I'll say it in terms of, in language of food. A lot of people, even otherwise, pandemic or not, they are saying, okay, we are trying to reduce weight and we are eating all boiled food. How come I'm still going on increasing food? And when you tell them, okay, explain to me what all did you, oh, I just had boiled corns, or, it was all the sweet corn roasted, or boiled potatoes, I didn't even fry it and all that. And then I had just, a little bit of rice. Now, the knowledge helps. I cannot put enough comparison between in regular times as well as more so in pandemic. The knowledge helps in reducing the fear factor, in reducing the anxiety. Do you know what you're having? Sweet corns and potatoes and the colocasia, sweet potatoes in boiled or roasted form. You have sacrificed a lot. I'm not putting even, butter. I went to see movie. I didn't even add butter to popcorns. I applaud your choice of, cooking medium, but they are not vegetables. You think you're eating vegetables? No, you're eating very easy cups. Now, what is happening internally is that is really kicking off your blood sugar level, which when once it spikes, I'm not getting into the biochemistry and biology of it. It kind of takes care and, puts it away. And then the next hunger pang comes up with so much ferocity. And then you're so confused. And then the whole thing goes. So, yeah, you need to really understand what you're having. And I will say nothing better than to stay prepared. And in that, tip, which I have myself also used most extensively, is batch cooking. When I talk of batch cooking, I don't mean that batches of people come together and start cooking. What I mean by batch cooking is that you prepare an entire dish, or maybe prepare it partially for more than one meal. You prepare it in batches. Maybe just your dosa and idli too, your tamarind pulp, which we are using for so many dishes, the tomato gravy, boil it, peel it, grind it, and saute it with the coriander, with garlic, and keep it aside in small glass containers. This is another thing I was very, very careful about. Put it in glass containers. That will elongate the life. And the tempering, the dry masalas, even the stews like your usual rasam or pulusu pachadi, you can keep them, you can store them, cook them in batches. That will kind of take care of your immediate how will I come home and prepare the food? I can't have homemade food because there's no time. Even otherwise, even when we are not home with both the partners working, you come home, and when you have the gravy ready, when you have that tamarind pulp ready, and you have the ittu lying in the fridge, it will not take more than 10 minutes. You should have something as basic as the veggies sorted and kept aside in Ziplocs. It really has a long life. The freezer part, even the fridge in lot many cases, arrests the age of that food. Yeah, you can just put it together in less than 5 minutes.
Wow. Somebody says they have hypertension, and what are the foods you would like to suggest for those people who have hypertension? Is there something? What should they take? What should they not take?
See, actually, if it was our usual regional meals that they are having, and they are having, normal homemade meat, and of course, we would take precautions like reduce the salt intake and all. They should be doing fine. But now, mostly because we are in California or other parts of USA, we tend to be eating different kind of stuff. So, broadly speaking, go for things with low glycemic indexes, and you have to be eating more fibrous kind of stuff, and more and there has to be a lot of water intake. About the water, and particularly for hypertensive people, I will say that stuff like water concoctions, water therapy is a very good way of dealing with so many health issues. One of them can be like coriander water. You simply boil a couple of glasses of water in the night, and when you turn off the gas, after that you put some coriander seeds in it, and it kind of flushes your body of toxins. These sort of things, once a week, if you take coriander water, and there are other days when you particularly go for jeera water, cumin seeds, these kind of water concoctions, which help you clear out I would say the more dense aspect of your salt at one time. It needs to be regulated. So to list them this way, that first of all, you have to have a lot of water intake. The water intake need not only be in the form of water. That's the biggest mistake people do when they talk about water intake. If you are drinking only water, which is plain water, now what happens that when you're excreting that water in various forms, whether in the forms of urine or sweat and all, you're losing certain electrolytes also. So it's always a good idea to have water, not only just as water also. You have to, I will not call it fortified water. I'll say in terms of fruits, in terms of, like I just said, some water concoction, or nariyal pani, the natural sources. The water intake has to be varied, and particularly more fibrous fruit.